Last season, the Pelicans turned around a 1-12 start and proved why they're a team to beat. Brandon Ingram is certainly that guy, CJ McCollum showed to be very impactful, and Herb Jones, among others, is already one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And yeah, they didn't even have Zion Williamson for the entirety of that season, someone who averaged 27-7 the last time he stepped on the court. But with Zion's return and what should be another eventful season under Willie Green, the Pelicans will be soaring to insane levels of greatness in the near future. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and is also the best way to support me as a creator. Also, with free agency coming up really soon, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. In terms of having the ingredients of a contender, the Pelicans for sure fit the bill. They have two All-Stars capable of giving you an efficient 25+ on any given night. They have a borderline All-Star guard who is capable of doing likewise, a valuable double-double threat at the 5, and role players already making a huge impact. To start, let's talk about Zion Williamson, who's actually in very odd territory in this video. Typically, any Zion video you'd click on would be about him being way out of shape, or him falling out with the Pelicans and potentially demanding a trade. However, Zion looks to be in sensational shape as of late, and looks to remind the NBA world of how good he actually is. Just as a refresher, Zion Williamson was the best scorer under the age of 21 in NBA history. Yeah, Zion is the only player ever to average 25 points per game before turning 21, and fittingly had the most 20-point games before being old enough to drink. Not only that, Zion had the highest field goal percentage in NBA history for someone who averaged at least 25 points per game, and he's the second fastest player to reach 20 career 30-point games, only trailing Michael Jordan. Moreover, even all of that doesn't do justice for how dominant Zion was. We've never seen someone north of 285 pounds move the way that he does on the basketball court, as he's proven to be a wrecking ball that's also a very underrated playmaker. And if he averaged 27-7 without being in peak shape, then I don't think the league is ready for what he's about to do now. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure the league is ready for what the Pelicans will be as a whole. The Pelicans still have Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, with the former being a do-it-all forward and the latter being the leadership presence and dynamic guard that this team needed. Starting with Ingram, he's a much improved playmaker, a lethal mid-range shooter, taking similar volume and having similar percentages to guys like DeMar DeRozan and Devin Booker, is a dynamic figure in the open floor, and is fearless at attacking the rim. In the play-in game against the Clippers and in that series against the Suns, Ingram proved to put it all together, averaging a monstrous 27-6-6 on 50, 40, 80 shooting splits, stepping up to the plate when it mattered most. And as for CJ, having a dynamic combo guard in the backcourt who can explode on any given night makes the Pelicans even more difficult to deal with. But that's not all. The Pelicans just added to their backcourt depth in the draft by adding Dyson Daniels, a 6'6" combo guard with great playmaking ability, a nice floater game, and has great defensive versatility. Speaking about defense, Herb Jones is already a dominant presence on that end of the floor. With the 7-foot wingspan, mobility, and excellent awareness, Jones possesses the ability to cover all sorts of players, from guys like Donovan Mitchell, who he kept to 6 of 21 shooting, to guys like LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Anthony Edwards. He's an excellent screen navigator, an excellent help on-ball and off-ball defender, and is excellent at recovering and getting contest on shots. Last season, he was only one of 4 players in the entire league to record at least 90 steals and 50 blocks, and he had 130 steals. He broke the Pelicans rookie record for consecutive games with at least one block, and he was 4th in the entire league in deflections. It's not like he isn't impactful offensively, but I'd love to see how he improves as a ball handler and as an outside shooter next season. Moreover, if his offense ever caught up with his defense, then you're looking at an all-star here. When you look at the other Pelicans on the roster, it's clear that this team has a great supporting cast even before free agency, featuring guys like Jonas Valanciunas, Trey Murphy III, Jose Alvarado, Larry Nance Jr., and Jackson Hayes. Valanciunas put up 18-11 for the Pels last season while shooting 36% from 3, and I don't see him slowing down. Trey Murphy III is a needed floor spacer for this team that shot 38% from 3 on the season and 47% from 3 in that Suns series. And Jose Alvarado, Larry Nance Jr., and Jackson Hayes have all shown to be great utility pieces for this team and make impact in even the smallest of ways. Speaking about free agency, pretty much the only notable thing that you should be expecting is Zion and the Pelicans coming to an extension with obvious benchmarks regarding games played and minutes played. And even though Zion said himself that he'd sign the extension in a heartbeat, him officially signing it would end all rumors of him potentially leaving in the near future. So, with all that being said, where do I expect the Pelicans to realistically be next season? Well, while I do think that they'll be hanging with the best of the West, I do have some concerns. Zion didn't play the entirety of last season, so there will be an adjustment period when he comes back. Secondly, there are still questions defensively given the entire personnel of the team. The Warriors and Celtics proved that even with a great offense, defense still goes a long way in the modern NBA. The Pelicans have pieces that are good defensively, but I do worry about the defense of a Zion Valanciunas frontcourt. But in the big picture, the Pelicans are undeniably a playoff team next season, and the taste that they had of the play-in and the playoff series against the Suns will benefit them greatly. And one thing that we know about these Pelicans is that they won't bow down. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to comment down below what your expectations are for the Pelicans next season. Let me know what seed you think they'll be in the West next season, and whether you think they can make a deep playoff run. Be sure to leave a like to support the channel, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and also be sure to sub for more content like this. Free agency is among us, and if Jalen Brunson signs with the Knicks, then I hope to have a video out by Friday. Fingers crossed. Hope to see you all in the next one, and stay tuned.